Get ready with me while I tell you about financial literacy. This is one of those topics that should be taught in school, but it's not. Especially when you're in your 20s and you're finally learning about like having a job, having adult responsibilities. I am definitely qualified to talk about this. I do have a 6-figure net worth and I'm only 20. I also have done a lot of my own research because I'm very into numbers and money. So know how much you make. I'm sure if you're watching this, you probably have a job. It's important to know what you have coming in. I recommend getting a high yield savings account. I use PNC and it's a 6.45, my temporary brush holder. You can call this a savings or an emergency fund. The nice thing about a HISA is that you can still pull it out like a regular savings account, except it's just making you more passive income. I think the reality of saving means that you have to stop spending your money too, and that also means taking a look at your spending habits. When you're young is really hard to do because you want everything, especially with social media nowadays. It's like promoting something every single time or someone else is buying something. One of my favorite sayings is from a book I read that said, just because you see a Lamborghini, that doesn't mean that they're rich. It just means they're like 70,000 broker. I also think if you can afford to spend money on your hobbies, you can afford to save for your future. It is your money, so spend it how you like, which brings me to credit cards. I know it's so tempting when you don't see the money disappear right away, but the billing date will come and you will eventually have to pay that. And the worst thing you can do is not pay it full and then be building interest and paying the bank. Please do not get in the habit of just swiping that card. If you can't pay it off by the end of the month, don't buy it. You have to be better than your want for instant gratification. In your checkings, I wouldn't keep more than a few $1,000s. Now, if you have all that, let's talk about investing. Investing is solely helping future you. This should definitely be long-term. You see more benefits when it's long-term. You can put this in a traditional Roth, regular Roth, tradings account, and the thing that chokes people up so much is, what do I invest in? I have stocks in Apple, Tesla, Nvidia, Microsoft, US Bank, and the list goes on. I use Merrill Lynch. I know some people use Schwab. There's also Vanguard. This smells so good. The amount does not matter. If you have $10 to spare, there are stocks that are cheaper. There's also Robinhood that you can buy half a share. My point is to not be discouraged if you don't have thousands of dollars to put into stocks. Everyone's financial goals are different. Make sure you're doing what works for you. If you have credit card debt, I'd recommend paying that off first. A lot of people with credit card debt or loans don't realize the interest rate that they're paying it at. The last thing you want to do is be in debt all of your 20s. Obviously, some debt is inevitable. Oh shit. I feel like another thing that people don't learn about is taxes. When you get a corporate job, I'd recommend doing side hustles to get tax write-offs. For example, if you're making 6 figures, they're gonna take a lot out of taxes. A tax write-off would be, oh shit, I just broke this. DoorDashing, because you can write off your mileage. There are other side hustles. I think I'm gonna use the elf one. Regardless, you get taxed on everything, so you might as well still make money. Welcome to America. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Bye!